This is Fox 10 Sports 9.
He is a team leader, and I don't think anybody anywhere will ever question Anquan Boldin's heart and effort on the football field. But there are some fans that are trying to understand more about this whole contract ordeal with the Arizona Cardinals. But to further understand his side of the story, you have to understand Anquan himself, and that means a trip back to Pahokee, Florida, his hometown, the town that really molded him into the player he is today. For the first time, really, since the Super Bowl, a sit-down, one-on-one conversation. Our Gail Jansen sitting down with the Q.
To understand Anquan Boldin, you have to start at the beginning. Growing up in the poor, rough town of Pahokee, Florida.
Nobody had the big house. Nobody had the fancy car. So, you know, living in apartments, you know, not having the best of whatever was normal. And that's just the way it was in that area. And for us, football was an outlet. You know, it's a community with not much opportunity.
His opportunities were in sports. He played baseball, basketball, ran track. Then he fell in love with football in the 8th grade. But his parents made sure school came first.
How we performed in school dictated what we were able to do, you know, outside of the house. So for myself, I knew that, and, you know, always stayed up on my schoolwork, was an honor student, gifted classes, AP, kept a 3.5 GPA.
He was smart and tough. His much talked about toughness came from playing sports with his older brother.
You're not allowed to cry. I mean, if you're playing with them, they don't take it light on you. They treat you just the same as if you were their age. So, you know, for me, I've always had to be that way, you know, to blend in with the older guys.
After finding success in the NFL, Boldin quickly established his Q81 Foundation so he could make a difference in Pahokee and beyond.
Sending kids to camps, you know, I partnered up with University of Phoenix, and I think we pass out like 6 full-ride scholarships a year to graduating seniors and single parents. You know, donating computers to different schools, funding sports programs, you know, just getting kids out of their environment and showing them something different, showing them that there is something more.
Anquan's something more has come in the form of wanting a new contract, opening up a wave of criticism.
Because I've heard, you know, a number of different things, that I'm selfish, and just with the whole, you know, the light of, you know, me and the team and the whole contract situation. You know, I've heard a lot of different things, you know, said by people. But the great part about it is, you know, every time, you know, I'm out at a restaurant, grocery store, at the mall, movies, or whatever, every fan that I've encountered has been positive.
Fans aren't the only ones wanting him to stay in Arizona.
Kurt Warner's talking about how he's texting you and calling you. He's got you in his fave 5, I think. Talk about your relationship with Kurt.
Me and Kurt have a great relationship, you know, on and off the field. Obviously, you know, people have seen the chemistry that we have on the field. But, I mean, it's the same way off the field. I mean, we talk to each other, you know, about different things, about life, about religion, about family.
At the same time, his agent is twittering about getting him traded before training camp. Boldin understands the importance of keeping the Cardinals' core together.
It's a privilege to play this game, but it's also rare to be able to be in this type of a situation. The way that we've been putting up numbers, the way that we've, you know, gradually became better as a team, and the way that we're winning now and earning respect around the league, that's rare. And like I said, that's something that you hate to see broken up. But on the flip side, there's a business side to it.
These kind of shots, but this is hard to avoid here. Ooh, that's helmet to helmet by Eric Smith. That should have been flagged right there.
The business side became more relevant in his mind after the terrible hit he took in New York.
I love to play this game, and you know, anytime that I step on the field, I'm going all out. I don't know any other way to play, and you know, for me, it's a privilege to be out there, but to have it, you know, being taken away in an instance, in one play or, you know, 2 seconds, it's tough. So on the flip side of that, you have to make sure you're taken care of.
Gail Jansen for Sports Night.
We keep it rolling with A.J. Hinch. What's this guy like after a win? You're going to find out. Richard Sines caught up with him and his one-on-one conversation with